John 8:12. Iter ergo locutus est eis Iesus, dicens, ego sum lux mundi, qui sequitur me, non ambulabit in tenebris, sed habebit lucem vitae. Therefore, again, Jesus spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. He who follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Putting behind us now the pericope about the woman caught in adultery, we're moving on with our main narrative here. And again, one more time, Jesus has spoken to them. This is a good verse for deponent verbs. We've got loquor loqui and sequor sequi, both very common verbs for speaking and following, respectively. So keep in mind, again, for these compound verb forms formed from our deponent verb, you're going to have to make sure that they reflect the gender and number of your subject. So Jesus spoke to them. There's our dative again, as so often, of the person spoken to. Saying, again, we've got kind of this pleonastic introductory speaking word here, as so often in the Vulgate. And then we've got the quotation proper. So what is it that he's saying? This is one of our ego sum statements, ego eimi in Greek, which are so common in the Gospel of John and so central and significant for the theology of the Gospel of John. This time it is lux mundi, the light of the world. We might have said, just as conveniently in Latin, lumen, or any number of other words, but lux is the basic common word for this concept. Light of the world, light of the universe, even mundus can have very broad application semantically indeed. He who, so here we've got a little relative clause. He who follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. So, again, forma passiva, sed sensus activus, for sequitur me, non ambulabit in tenebris. Now, this is a word that occurs pretty much always in the plural in Latin, tenebrae, and it means shadows, darkness, dark places, something like that. It's a very common word, not uncommon in poetry as well. It's a very evocative word, or it can be at any rate. So we've got a marker of our future tense here with ambulabit, ambulare from the first conjugation, and habebit, similar way that the future tense is formed in the second conjugation, habeo habere here. He's going to have the light. And lucem, of course, is the same word as lux in the accusative singular.